Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very happy Sunday to all the Siddiqeen. I hope you're all happy and safe. So today is your lesson number 12 of English, and we are going to do some academic writing today. And in academic writing, we are going to learn how to write a formal letter of application. So let's take a start. So first of all, you have to understand what a letter of application is. Basically, it is a formal letter writing experience. And by formal, I mean that you have been doing formal and informal letters. The formal letters are written to people who you do not know personally, whereas the informal letters are written to your blood relations, your family, your friends, your cousins, so anyone you know personally and have a frank relationship with. So basically, letter of application is a formal type of letter, and here there are some parts and the format of writing it. So we have to follow those parts, and we have to follow the format as it is. Moreover, we will also get to know the parts of the body of a letter of application. There is a body of every letter, right? So in this formal letter of application, there are parts of body of letter which you need to understand and which you have to follow, because without following them, you would not be able to write a perfect formal letter of application. Then I'll be sharing a sample letter of application with you, and we'll discuss all of the above mentioned things. Then I'll be letting you know towards the end that what are the do's and the don'ts which you have to remember while writing a formal letter of application. And finally, you will be writing your own letter of application today. So let's move on and see what a formal letter is. So as I've told you earlier, that it's written to the people who you do not have personal or family or cordial relationship with, but you do have a formal relationship with, right? So they are usually written to the heads of institutes like principals, headmistresses, even to the administration, organizations, for certain different things, right? For certain issues, which is quite unlike an informal letter. Then what makes it very different from the informal letter is the use of formal language. I mean to say that you cannot use any contractions. Like you can't say, I'll be writing to you soon. No, you have to write, I shall be writing to you soon. In the same manner, you cannot use the slang or informal language or frank style of writing, because you're not writing to your friend or your family or your cousins. You're actually writing to a person with whom you have a very formal relationship with. So your language has to be very formal, and it has to be very much to the point and precise. No long stories, because nobody's going to read that. Then it is written in a set format which is to be followed. You cannot go beyond that. And usually the formal letters are written to apply for a leave, to apply for a job position, to apply in an institute for admission, and certainly for scholarships as well. And sometimes you also write it to complain, a letter of complaint that most of you have done it in grade 7, and some for business communication. So these are the types and the forms of formal letter. Now let's move on and see what's next for us. Okay, so first of all, I'll tell you the parts of a formal letter. By parts, I mean that in how many categories or in how many parts it's divided. So it starts with writing the date, then you write the designation of the recipient with address. For instance, if you're writing a letter of application to the principal, you'll be writing the principal and the address, that is your school address, the complete address. Then the subject of your application. Why are you writing it? Now remember, when you're writing the subject of your application, it has to be written in block letters, in capital letters, all of them. And then the second thing you have to remember is that you do not have to write a sentence in it. It's like a tagline, it's like a caption, it's like a topic to your application. So if I'm applying for a sick leave, I'll be just writing application for sick leave. Applying for sick leave, anything that is the subject, the main point. Why are you writing this application? But no long sentences and no casual way of writing it. Then salutation by writing dear sir, respected sir, whichever way you want to write. Then the body of the letter, which is very important. It has to be very precise. And finally, after writing the body of the letter, you'll come to the closing of your formal letter. Now let's look at the format. Format means the beginning part where you write all of these salutation and all that, and the ending part where you write the the beginning part where you write the date and the address of the recipient, and the closing part where you write your name and your class section. So let's see. So the first thing is your date. So it starts with the date, then month and the year. No punctuation marks are required. It's open-ended punctuation. So there is no need to use any punctuation mark here. So the date would be like, for instance, if it's 21st June here today, so it's a Sunday, so I might not be writing on Sunday. So I can just say 22 June 2020, right? Then I'll be skipping a line. And why we skip a line? To make it presentable and to separate two different things. I'll be writing the principal because I'm writing a sick leave, so I'll be writing the principal. And please notice the spelling of principal, it ends with PAL. XYZ school, basically it can be any school, but we'll write our school's name, Siddiq Public School. Each letter of the first of the name will be capitalized. SPS would be capitalized. And the city is, if you're in Rawalpindi, you'll be writing 6th Road, Rawalpindi. If you're in Islamabad, you'll be writing PWD campus or Medina Town campus, Islamabad. Then you'll again skip a line because you're done with one more thing. Now you will come to your subject. And again in the subject, you will write in the capital block letters, you will write application for sick leave. Again, you'll skip a line because you're again writing a new thing. Then you'll address. You'll write the salutation, respected sir, worthy sir. There are many ways of writing it. Then skip a line again, and then you will start the body of the letter. Now I am telling you the parts of the body of the letter. The body of the letter starts with briefly telling about yourself, that your name can be any, Zayan Shafkat, from class 8 Mauve. I'm a student of Siddiq Public School. And then you will write that why you're writing this application. So you can just tell that for the last 2 days I've been having bad body aches and fever, because of which it's getting very hard for me to come to school. So finally you will respectfully ask for leave. So it is not possible for me to be in the school or attend the school for 2 days. And after this you will again skip a line and you will write another part, the final part of the body. This is still the body. You will mention the leave span and show your gratitude, where you write, so kindly, so I shall be extremely grateful to you if you grant me a leave for 2 days. So that's the body of the letter. Again you skip a line. Now you're coming to the closing format of the letter. Yours faithfully, again skip a line, your signature, your full, then skip a line again, then your full name, then your class in section 8 ORCID, right? So this is the format of a formal letter along with the body. Now if you see this part is what? The body of the letter, right? So it also has 2 parts if you see. Fine, so let's move on. I hope it's clear to you now. Now let's see a sample of letter of application. Now this is the sample of letter of application, and I would like to show you with a pen. Now this one is your starting format. Here you are writing the one you're addressing, the name of the designation of the recipient along with the address. Then you're writing the subject. If you see the subject again, it's written in block letters, and if it's simply stating why you're writing application for sick leave. Then you are writing the salutation, dear sir, worthy sir, respected sir. Now if you see the body of the letter, the body of the letter is very simple. It is stated that I, Danial Mustafa, am a student of, I'm so sorry, let me just do it again. This one, sorry. Yeah, it is stated that I, Danial Mustafa, student of grade 8 Red, am running a high fever and diagnosed with malaria. Since it's a contagious disease, my doctor has prescribed me a complete bed rest for a week. So, unfortunately, I'm unable to attend the school. Now till here you have written about yourself, your reason, and your illness, your reason what you are suffering from, and finally you are writing that you cannot attend the school, and finally you are asking for a leave, a span of leave, and you're thanking him. So kindly grant me a leave for, from 7 May to from 22nd June it would be, to some other date. I shall be grateful to you in this regard. Finally, you write the closing part, yours faithfully, the signature, name, roll number, class and section. So this was the sample. Now let me tell you the do's and the don'ts. Please use the formal style and language, no casual writing. Stick to the given format that's been shared with you, the format I have shared earlier. Do not use any contractions or slangs. Be precise, simple and to the point, and start and wrap up respectfully. Moreover, I'll be attaching a document with this video lesson in which there are notes for the formal letter. Finally, it's time for you to write. So, are you ready? Yes, you should be now. So let me tell you what you have to do. On your need sheets, do the following activity. You have to write down only the body. Please remember, no format is needed for your teacher today. You just have to write down the body of the letter of application to apply for leave because of your mother's illness. So supposedly you cannot visit the school, or you cannot attend the school because your mother is ill. So how will you write that body of the letter? Whereas remember, one important point, I want you to practice the format on your practice notebooks 3 times to get a full command over it. I'm sure you can do that. So with this, I thank you all again and wish you all the luck for the writing experience. I hope it was a very simple activity for you. You have been doing it and you can do it again. So if you still have any questions or confusions, please feel free to contact your associate English teacher. Until the next video lesson on creative writing or academic writing, this is me signing off. Take care. Allah Hafiz.